times throughout December and January that we are live with these guys. We're allowed to go see them in their homes. We have to be as efficient as possible with our times. And so this is a little bit of an example of what we did in January through the last 2.5 weeks up until today, where we sent Coach Harsin, where the other coaches were going to see guys. There was obviously a lot more names up on this board at one point, but things are always changing. Might have had a coach going to see a guy up in Washington, but things change and he's no longer going there. So this helps us be organized. It all starts with Coach Harsin, making sure he gets in the homes of all the guys that we plan to have committed to us, and then getting each one of those position or area coaches with him to also see a lot of these guys. So most of these names up here are the guys that committed to us today. And then up top, above, you can see where we had guys and when they visited us this year. So you have all these guys throughout the year came and on an official visit to us, and that was our chance to show off our product here, and that builds our class. There was more guys that didn't end up coming to us, but our percentage of the total amount of guys that came versus the guys that signed with us is very high. So we didn't overdo it. We didn't bring in a ton of guys like that. But this is just a key to organization for us right here, getting it all down and making sure we can track it on a daily basis. And then you can see our class kind of built over here. The last couple pieces we're putting to the puzzle, but this is it. This is how we look at it right here. Obviously by position. This is how we see guys matched up. No particular order. This is not a depth chart, but this is what we built today. So it's very big for us to see this visually and then be able to throw it in with the current depth chart that we have. We have other things in this room, our current depth chart, our projected recruitings, our projected depth charts 2 years down the line that we utilize as well. But you can kind of see this, and then again, like Brad said, hopefully we'll finish up the last piece of the puzzle, couple pieces here soon. So that's that. Any questions on any of this process?
So this room's only used for recruiting. This isn't where the staff has gameplay meetings.
This is our staff room. So we have staff meetings in here daily. We talk about schedules. So Coach Hars, Brian Wilkinson, Brad Larondo, they plan out our schedule 6 months in advance so that coaches in here have an idea of what our camps in June are already looking like. What our schedule in May looks like, and that's on that board over there behind you. Underneath the drop down is our current depth chart that throughout the season is always changing. We throw our recruiting board up there. Names are always changing. The board is always changing. So that's there. And then the last tool Darren pulled up.